Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spring Championships. We're now kicking off the round of 16. Kicking it off with Garja vs Kiljardi. What a matchup, absolutely. And of course, Veni and I will be casting this game for you today, as well as every other game in this round of 16, I suppose. But so let's get into this. Here we have, in the north of the map, in the colour orange, playing as indeed the orange, we have Germany. I did that on purpose, by the way. Starting with one great. Here's Kiljardi, absolutely. And the screen has moved for no reason. Does it do that to you?
Yeah, that's because when
the tapirs spawn,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
I like how he spawns them on top of this thing. Like, that's a completely useless place, like, where no one would ever go. That was really well thought out by Garja. That, of course, Garja made this map, Kamchatka. But only spawning with the one wood crate there. Kiljardi not going to be able to grab himself any trading post or any market unless he does find himself some big treasures, because, of course, you need those. So Germany, I think, just start with less crates, and not like France, which can pretty much guarantee to always grab themselves, of course.
Yeah, so Garja is indeed going for the market right away, meaning that he has to time it out very precisely with the villagers and to get enough wood for the house and also get enough food to make villagers constantly.
This is true. But, yep, there he is in the south of the map in the colour red. It's a German mirror. Absolutely. This is going to be an interesting match. Down to exclusively skill. And perhaps less, certainly less factors involved, less variance and stuff like that. But immediately we see Garja going for a market and Kiljardi not.
Yeah, so that means that if everything goes well, and it looks like it will be, because Garja also found 35 coin, meaning that he doesn't have to grab that. Oh wait, actually there the coin. Oh wait, there was a coin crate start, so Garja gathered a little bit of coin, probably traded in the market, and then
yeah.
Went on from there. But it means that he already has a market and hunting dogs as I speak, and that means that of course he will slowly creep ahead in economy.
Yeah.
And Kiljardi has to start everything once he ages up.
Do you think Kiljardi from this point in the game, like, he had the choice to go, obviously didn't find the 35 coin, he probably didn't see it, if he'd seen it in his base like Garja had, maybe Garja saw that in his base and chose to go for the market there, but do you think Kiljardi has something aggressive in mind?
Well, the thing is that you can only do this, I believe, if you have either 40 wood or 35 coin or something in your base. If you don't, it's actually, I think, not possible to have constant villager production.
Oh, no, who's going in for this treasure? I'm not even sure he's going to get that. Garja picks that one up. I was looking at the screen, I just wasn't actually, like, thinking about it, and I went, whoa, it just saw
that was close.
Yeah, that was a very close one. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's fine. I was just saying that the only reason that he started with the market, I think, is because he saw that small treasure right away, and Kiljardi hasn't found any small treasure, so I think his thought process was, it's too risky, so let's not do this right away.
Yeah,
but in general, the thing is that Kiljardi is not the most standard of players. He has some standard builds, yes, and he was a very good player some time ago. Now getting a little bit active for a tournament, of course. But he also does sometimes, let's say, a little bit of a weird strategy. For example, if you remember the game versus Eurofighter, I think it was, he went for some Explo Pike stuff in the colonial age with German. So I'm really curious to see what he's going for here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, though we will have to wait and see until, of course, we get to the next stage and see what their first shipment is. But so far, just picking up these early treasures, seeing what they can grab. 90 wood to Garja. Going to be pretty happy with that, though. Fortunately, Kiljardi does find himself a 40 wood treasure as well. Certainly not quite as significant, but every little helps, right?
Yeah, the thing is also that Garja found that small coin treasure in his base he took right away, and he also found 40 XP. So both these treasures, and of course killing the Guardians, made sure that he had his 2 settler wagons about 30 seconds faster than Kiljardi.
Yeah.
30 seconds. That is actually huge in a mirror matchup.
That's true. And it's 4 villagers, 2 settler wagons, possibly. No, I'm just going to go and say the strongest shipment in the game. 4 villagers in age 1. Really, really strong indeed. Oh, here we see a nice early play. Yeah, bringing his Explorer in. Gonna go into hand combat against that. Is he going to take it? No, there's no way. But he can certainly do a lot of damage to it.
Yeah, he will finish a trading post for sure, but indeed he can do a lot of damage. But that also means that Kiljardi has something else in mind, because he won't be able to make a trading post himself.
That's true. Maybe he is going to play aggressive with no market then. Maybe like...
Oh, he has a market on the...
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, like, not in the Discovery Age, but obviously that was probably down to the coin. But, yeah, still going to get the market. But maybe he has something different in mind. Doesn't want a trading post. Is valuing killing his opponent's Explorer and denying him perhaps, less health. And maybe might be able to kill it at some point. But going for this over building a trading post. What does that tell us?
Yeah, he is indeed denying the scouting, which is very important, at least for now. And he is going for Gangsau and hunting dogs, while Garja went, of course, for hunting dogs first and now placer mines. So it looks like he might be going for something aggressive with Expo Pike, because he also is not building a trading post.
Yeah, we've got a forward villager over here. You're absolutely right. This is going to be fairly interesting. A little bit different, actually. Obviously, Garja has built that trading post there. Going to be getting lots of XP. Going to get, obviously, extra shipments, and then have a really strong fortress. That's probably what he's going to do. We'll have to wait and see what his first shipment is, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be the 3 settler wagon shipment. Yeah, very indicative. Stable comes down, likely to be that FF pressure, and if we have crossbows and pikemen coming in super aggressive from Kiljardi, this could be tough. Certainly going to be a bit different. I don't know if he's expecting it. Certainly hasn't scouted it.
Yeah, and that's also the good thing about Kiljardi, because he killed his hero and also was still in the neighborhood there, in the area, I mean. He didn't, he prevented Garja a lot from scouting, and so Garja has no idea. The only thing is, though, that a player as good as Garja should know that something is up, because if you go for a trading post and your opponent does not, there's actually like almost one option left, and that is that he's going for a rush. If he doesn't go for a rush, it's an automatic win for you, because you have a trading post.
He sees the scout comes across it though, sees the 5 pikemen. Those are going to come in, and this is like, there's going to be absolutely nothing from Garja to stop these pikemen from ravaging buildings. They're going to head straight towards that trading post most likely, take that out, and really, how's he going to do that? Deal with that? All he's got is these 5 Yulan, which certainly could combine with the 2 that he got from his age up from the 3 settler wagon shipment, and maybe he could deal with that, but there's going to be more pikemen than just 5.
Yeah, and the thing is that probably, as I just said, Garja knew that something would be up, so he chose to go for 700 wood rather than 3 villagers.
Yeah.
So in that regard, Kiljardi is a little bit ahead in economy. And of course, he sent his first Ulan to raid, Garja that is, and he will keep the other ones back at home just to make sure that he can catch any small amount of army with Ulan and Minutemans if he can do so.
Yeah,
one Ulan going down there, by the way, from Kiljardi.
Yeah, but almost grabbed that last one. 5 HP left. Oh, he was trying to go and snipe it, but then sees reinforcements like,
good micro there.
I'll have to go and get that a bit later on. But yeah, Garja calling out there. 700 wood first, as you mentioned. Didn't want to go with the 3 settler wagons like you normally would, because it would be a bit too weak. 700 wood going to add down some infrastructure, houses, perhaps play more of a colonial agenda. And this is certainly characterized by the 8 crossbow militia here.
Yeah, we see a little bit of a raid with pikemen and one Ulan. Of course, the pikeman gonna do pretty good. He's calling Minutemen. I'm not sure about that.
Is that an overreaction?
Yeah, I feel it's an overreaction. I don't like the Minutemen calling so early. But on the other hand, on the bottom there, he also managed to kill the pikeman. However, the pikemans first took out the trading post.
Yeah, I didn't see that. But yeah, the crossbowmen certainly, well, either way, the trading post is down and traded off his pikeman for that. I don't think that's too bad.
Yeah, I think...
Still would rather keep them alive.
Yeah, no, I think trading the pikeman for a trading post was a very good decision. Of course, Kiljardi still has 700 wood available, so he can make something later. And now we see that, of course, well calling Minutemen and having crossmen as well, he's going to push out. One Ulan going down. The settler wagon will be safe, I assume, and I hope he's going to run it away.
Yeah.
But this is actually... I was saying, like, okay, Minutemen is a little bit of an overreaction. I still think so, because he already had a Rex up, so he was making some crossbowmen.
Yeah,
he doesn't really need a Minuteman right away. I would have preferred him to make a few more Ulans to be sure to catch everything there.
And I obviously had 8 crossbowmen as well, that shipment there. Maybe the Minutemen, but then perhaps he was thinking there was going to be more than 5 pikemen coming in. Not so sure about that. But Garja committing full colonial here. He sees that he's actually able to take down this barracks quite easily. Has quite a big, or a larger military advantage. Sends the 3 Doppelsoldners behind this, and now has quite a large military presence in this colonial age. But Kiljardi, look at all those villager shipments. He's so far ahead, considering, of course, that Garja did not send the 3 settler wagons, and that Kiljardi sent 2, 3, and 2. That's 10, 12, 14 villages. Oh my goodness, just from shipments.
Yeah, it's interesting how this plays out, because Kiljardi, of course, just traded away his Rex basically for a trading post. So that's 200 wood for both of them, except for the small skirmishes here and there. But it also means that Garja still was a shipment ahead, as you saw that 3 Doppelsoldner came in from him already, and Kiljardi is still waiting his shipment.
Oh, settler wagon goes down.
It goes down, wow.
Yeah. This is tough though, like especially since he's just sent 2 settler wagons as well, like, and his opponent sent 3 Doppelsoldners, piling on the pressure here. Is he going to be able to hold it?
Going down.
Yeah, 3 more villagers going down. Actually, he's not going to be too happy about that. And this, of course, villager lead that he managed to secure from the shipments is being squandered quite quickly. Look at all these military units from Garja.
Yeah, and where is actually the hero of? Oh, this is dead. Never mind. Okay, so
you and your heroes.
Yeah, because he was using it at first, yes. But okay, we see that he uses 700 wood, so he has 2 Rexes up, meaning that he can, of course, make quite some units from it. However, he has to call Minutemen if he wants to make something happen here. There's too much of an army from Garja to engage this at this moment.
Yeah.
The raid, meanwhile, back at Garja's base, I think didn't do any damage, didn't kill a settler at all.
No settlers going down. But still, a good job that he is raiding all in this during this time.
Ooh, he loses his Rex, probably just before another batch of units got out.
Oh, he's not going to be happy about that. And these pikemen, sorry, Doppelsodden's very strong against everything they're dealing damage to, especially pikemen, which don't do very much damage back. But here, full-on fight, Yulan doing a lot of damage there, and I don't think the orange pikemen are actually countering the Yulans. They're getting lots of DPS without being punished there. Nicely done. But Gaia has looked like he's managed to sort of... Oh, having said that though, no pikemen left, and those cavalry just going to charge in there and tear down those crossbowmen.
Yeah, well, he does have nothing in queue either, so he's gonna lose another settler wagon.
No, don't lose it.
No, he doesn't lose.
Very close.
Well, the thing is, that's why I was really curious. Why didn't he call Madman? He has 150 gold. He should have called Madman.
Yeah.
That would be so much easier to clean this up, and now he's losing every crossbowman as a mistake.
Perhaps he's not had that coin and has only just managed to get it. I don't know. Well, did you say he had it the entire time?
Well, I thought he had 150 coin for quite some time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't, because if he had, then obviously, as we were saying, Minutemen would have been very useful, and I don't see why Kiljardi wouldn't have sent them there. Does have more crossbowmen coming out, and of course the Yulan shipment, obviously the 8 crossbowmen from the thing, and the 2 Yulan you get for 3. Trained 5 pikes here, and the pikes arriving just on time, really, because those crossbowmen would have been quite vulnerable to the Yulan there.
Yeah, I have to point out that meanwhile Garja did lose 1 or 2 villages back in his base to an Ulan raid from Kiljardi.
Oh, yeah.
And we see now that Garja is at 26 villages, Kiljardi at 34. However, the advantage of the earlier trading post is paying off a little bit because Garja is already now working on his 700 coin shipment, so he is going for an age up soon, I expect. Trying to hold with this and some raiding, I think, actually, although he might... We'll have to see how it plays out. I think he's trying to age up, but he might just be making some more units just to be safe. The thing is that both of them are kind of forced each other to send shipments, like 8 crossbowmen and...
to hold, and
to hold.
And like the 5 Yulan coming out as well. Gaia committing full colonial at this point. Certainly has no intentions of aging up if he wants to get those out. I just want to point out that he's also only just finished researching amalgamation, though the second colonial age coin upgrade has had steel traps active for quite some time. So despite this villager gap, he's actually doing okay in terms of upgrades, whereas Kiljardi has only just managed to get his steel traps only just now though. But a fight is about to happen, perhaps though. Oh, settler wagon gonna go down. This there's so many settler shipments. Still has a settler lead, but this is squandering that because the shipments is what he sent to get those going down. Gaia doing what he needs to do to get back in this.
And because Garja did the second gold upgrade, it kind of indicates also that he does want to go for a second age agenda. Otherwise, you wouldn't invest in that at that point.
Yeah.
But Garja still has the 2 settler wagon shipment available to catch up later with Kiljardi's advantage. And Kiljardi lost a few here and there, so game is still quite even.
It's anyone's favor right now. I think Gaia with quite a large military lead. And a very nice composition being
nice micro going on, by the way, with the crossbowman, picking off some HP here and there. And it seems that Gaia prefers to go for the melee composition, Doppelsoldner Ulan, while Kiljardi is just going to go for the mainly pikeman, Doppelsoldner, and crossbowman for now. But he's adding a stable, so he will mix in his Ulan to catch the raids as well.
Make some Yulan, this composition I really like, though.
He's going to lose another villager there on the left side.
Here and there, picking up the early things, pretty nice there. Oh, and perhaps another one. Can he get it? No, he sees the cavalry in the Doppelsudden. He's like, nope, no thank you, I don't want to lose my cav. Of course.
But on the right side, Kiljardi is going to kill 1 villager for sure, and he doesn't get the other villager.
No, quick response with the Doppelsoddens there from, of course, Kiljardi. Coming back, doesn't look like he wants... Sorry, from Gaia. He doesn't want to commit to this. He's bringing all of his units back now. Perhaps, what is he waiting for, do you think? All of his units returning home? Or just doesn't think he can take that fight, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not sure actually why he's returning so far, but maybe just trying to cut off an army. What actually is this villager doing there? How did he get there?
I do not know. That's an interesting point.
There's no villager treasure on this map, right?
No, there is no villager treasure. I've never seen the village. Well, clearly he sent it over here. Then perhaps he wants to start herding or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wants to put an outpost up there or something.
He's gonna make an outpost in his base, like that.
Give him some line of sight, absolutely. But it doesn't feel like it's guarding anything.
And he's gonna lose another village on the left side.
Wow, nicely done there, Gaia. Picking those up. Not
so he is still ahead, 6 villages ahead.
He is. He's so far ahead. I guess it's because he... Wait, does Gaia still have his 3? Has he even sent his 3?
Gaia hasn't sent 3 settler wagons.
I thought he had. Like you said, he's still got his 2 available. Did you mean 3?
No, I meant 2, but he also hasn't sent 3.
Oh, okay. That's probably why he's so far behind. Because he's literally 6 villages behind because he hasn't sent 3 settler wagons. That would be it. So yeah, if you look at it like that, the settler counts are fairly even, though obviously Gaia still has to actually get around to sending it. So yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that he forces, the fact that he pressures Kiljardi so much that he forces a 250 wood investment in a tower in this very awkward spot is also a small victory actually for Garja.
Yeah. Yeah. What is this doing there? I would have. Is he really feeling that pressured? Like, wouldn't it be better on near a hunt and a coin mine?
Yeah, I think I would have placed it more to the left where the coin in and the hunt is indeed. But he's gonna lose another village on the left side. Constant raiding going on left and right.
And there's 3 more there as well, though he's not going to go in. Probably clicked on that musk deer to see if there was anyone gathering it. There wasn't. And then just as he clicks off, the 3 guys turn up and start gathering. So they're going to get away with their lives, absolutely. Yeah, interesting tower. We'll see. I don't know. It's still going to be useful, absolutely.
Garja is now kind of focusing on the center where you see that he has a lot of settler wagons also gathering. So he kind of has to protect that.
Stand around there. Yeah.
He does still have a few deers in the back of his base though. Oh, this is very nice. Look at this Ulan. He's posting there out of the gold mine because he's expecting Garja to soon go there. However, Garja chooses to go to the center of the map with his villages, like all economy and army together, which is actually an easier position to defend, of course. But still, this Ulan there on the lone Ulan on the bottom there is letting Kiljardi know when there's going to be any villages gathering gold there.
He's certainly going to be very useful, absolutely. 4 Yolan coming in, they're going to be pretty happy about killing some crossbowmen, but then they notice the rest of the army then have to get out of there. And actually, though, I think they were intended for raiding, and he just walked into his opponent there. But actually, getting snared, can he escape? Crossbowmen doing lots of damage. Fortunately, only loses the 1, but certainly they did take some damage.
Yeah, and the problem really is now that Kiljardi invested in the crossbowmen while Garja just actually went for the better composition in the long run. As soon as these armies engage each other, because they're so big right now, the Garja has the much better composition. Doppelslot and Ulan, everything just goes in melee and it will completely destroy the army of Kiljardi. Also, by the way, because Garja has used his hand infantry attack cards.
Oh wow, that's a card.
So that, of course, will make the Doppelslotners even stronger.
Let's take a look at that. Is it 20% like the Spanish one? Or is it...
I think
no, it's
15%,
just 15%.
yes.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong if it was. But
and
here,
these Doppelsloters might get caught on the left side.
Yeah, they're not in, they're out of position. They're not with anybody else, and if it looks like they'll be okay. But certainly a big raid coming in with these Yolan. Going to take out 1, perhaps 2, certainly 2, maybe 3 units there. Not too good. Certainly now a bit close to his army. But it looks like there's a fight certainly going to happen here. Doppelsoldner is going to turn around and get into hand combat, doing lots of damage to the cavalry nearby. It's a Doppelsoldner versus Doppelsoldner fight. Actually, though, getting his cav back a bit too close to his opponent's Doppelsoldners doesn't like that too much. The cavalry not really doing any damage here, and all the Doppelsoldners on the front taking a lot of damage from those crossbowmen though. But once all of the orange units on the front go down, he's going to walk straight into those crossbowmen and absolutely annihilate them. But actually, just runs out of units, and that never happens.
This fight went better for Kiljardi than it should have, I feel. Garja's cavalry was on the left side, and he didn't try to split it up to the right side where the crossbowmen were. And that means that Kiljardi could just let his Doppelsoldner on one place instead of that he had to spread out.
Yeah. It was unfortunate, like the cavalry just could not get anywhere near the crossbowmen, which they needed to do damage to. Oh no, the Doppelsoldner is going to absolutely rinse those cavalry, not going to be too happy about that.
Yeah, this was actually quite a big fight. And now he's making a Rex here, but this very, very far forward, which is not going to survive.
And it might even go up. Like, look at there's so many units, they could just snipe the villager there, or at least siege it in construction. And even if it does go up, which it does, he's now going to take it out. And yeah, that fight we just saw, not too good. The cavalry were just never able to get close to the crossbowmen. There were too many orange Doppelsoldners and pikemen protecting them, and as a direct result of that, orange managed to do lots of damage. But yeah.
Yeah, but he should have swing around to the right side. He was not really microing his cavalry, it looked like. Only to the back from the Doppelsoldiers, but not really trying to target the crossbows. So, but okay, he had a decent mass of crossbowmen in the back, and of course crossbowmen do counter Doppelsoldner, so...
Well, yeah, that times 1.3 damage multi is pretty good against any heavy infantry, that's true. Garja finally gets around to sending his 3 Vil shipment, and that does actually put him 6 Vils ahead of his opponent. So,
yeah.
In terms of raiding, if you think about the fact that that's only just arrived, he's done quite a lot of damage to his opponent there. Which is pretty good. He's certainly, I don't know though, he's like, in terms of economy, they're sort of even, because he's only just received that 3 Vil shipment. So villager count has been fairly even, but Kiljardi is double military population, and this is pretty tough.
Yeah, indeed. And he's now, he's gonna lose some villagers here if he's not careful.
Yeah, he needs to get them away. But even if they, they're gonna be okay, maybe one's gonna go down. Yeah, they might be okay, but this hunt is now denied. Where's he gonna gather food from? In the back here, so that's okay, but still... Losing some of the map. He doesn't like that.
I actually like, in a way, that it's kind of risky, but he is already... Oh, he's not building a tower, but he's gathering this gold mine first. He always has then 1 save more gold in the back here, over there.
Oh, deleting the tower. Perhaps he wants the wood for something else.
And also also going for a tower as well there. So if Kiljardi is going to push left or right, then Garja still has one of the other resource locations to gather from, and he can also choose to go push to the center to Kiljardi's resources. Looks like Kiljardi found this spot and is gonna push out there. And now Garja should really have his army in position and probably try to get that in the center.
That one's pretty well defended. Not gonna lie, 2 towers.
Yeah,
there.
okay, but I mean, he has to make something happen. If Kiljardi is gonna back off there. Garja's army is very far out of position though to make anything happen here.
Yeah. Has he seen it? Like, he was certainly heading in that direction, but maybe was just going there and doesn't know. Yeah, not going to go for that.
Oh yeah. I think
so maybe he doesn't know that that's there actually, but yeah.
Remember
I don't know.
that Garja already used his Minuteman, so that's not available.
No, that's true. We'll have to see how this goes, though. Military pop is about 25 in favour.
Just before we're gonna have to fight, he cancelled his tower there.
He did. I said he deleted it. I thought maybe you wanted to do it for something else. That's not too good. These things are so good at raiding. 42, of course, hand attack, absolutely insane. They do have the team cavalry hand attack upgrade behind them as well. That's absolutely insane. So much damage. And of course, he's going to lose so many villages there. I think that just loses him the game. Oh my goodness.
That is actually huge, yes.
He even put a tower down and deleted it. Like, oh, where's he going?
Well, I think Kiljardi doesn't want to get his Ulan caught, and that's why he's gonna back off. But we have a fight commencing in the middle, and it looks like Kiljardi was AFK for a moment, and there the Doppelsolders are going in, trying to get us around together with the Ulans. While Garja now has crossbowmen of his own.
This is really nice. He's got a pretty good surround. Those cavalry aren't taking too much damage from Doppelsoldners. The crossbowmen of Garja are able to snipe out. Well, both are doing that. But now, obviously, Orange has ran out of cavalry and Doppelsoldners. Nothing to, of course, body block those crossbowmen. And now, of course, nothing in the back to protect them. They're just going to go down super fast.
This was actually very solid micro by Garja, but it all started with the fact that Kiljardi was probably busy with the raid and didn't watch his army for a second. Garja saw that he has an opportunity, immediately capitalizes on it, and also microed a little bit better, I feel, in that engagement. And now, actually, he is a lot ahead in score.
This is happening.
Indeed, I like that he brings 3 Doppelsolders, kind of anticipating Garja to come with Ulan to catch this raid.
Yeah, I love how he retreated just because he was thought, I better get out
immediately,
of here
by the way, Garja, of course, realized that he has another opportunity in the center and will go there for sure to kill off this forward base there.
Yeah.
Both of them are going to lose some villages, looks like.
Are they, though? Orange not going to lose quite as many as Red, though, I feel. Oh, my goodness, so ugly. He does not want to lose those. Oh. But, you know, had the villager lead for a while, and I think that resulted in him able to push out some military units, and certainly the micro in that fight is able to, you know, with the extra military units, he has now managed to even his position out in the game. But now, 7 villages behind again, as a direct result of this raid. He didn't even put a tower down, just didn't finish it. Even more villagers down, going to be more than 7 behind. What have we got here? 7, 8, 9 behind. That's a lot of builds.
Yeah, but he does still have the 2 saddle wagon shipment available. So that's something that he can make up for later. And also, by the way, Kiljardi shipped his cavalry H-Tech. I'm not really sure about that cavalry attack at this point. I'd rather have economic theory, I think.
You think so, yeah.
Well, the thing is, you need to get army out.
You do. And at this point in the game, Eco Theory is a 5 vill shipment. Oh, yeah, we have a in raid incoming. Perhaps going to lose a few villages, though. I'm not too concerned about it, because Orange is nearby with a fairly large army, though. But actually, having said that, plenty of villages going down, and Garja just going to get out of there. In the meantime, though, the Doppelsoldners also being snared and going to be attacked by the Doppelsoldners. Sorry, the cavalry being snared, going to be attacked by the Doppelsoldners.
What's also interesting is that in a lot of these engagements, both of these players, of course, being very good, are trying to flank the other one from left or right spot with Doppelsolders and Ulan to make sure that if they have a commanding lead in the engagement, that they won't be able to let the other one escape. Another one's going to commence here.
Another fight, absolutely there. I'm not too sure. Plenty of crossbowmen in the back for Orange. For
this is Garja's fight. He has more crossbowmen, and I think he also has more Doppelsolder.
Yeah, yes, he does.
He is backing off. He's just trying to pick off villages slowly, not really committing too much, because of course villages can tank a lot. And actually, I'm not sure why he backs off at this point.
Oh, though, look at this. We have a raid up here, but fortunately does actually have an outpost this time to defend against that. Yeah. Although might lose a villager. There's only a... Yeah, he's okay.
We see though that on the left side now, Kiljardi is controlling this with another outpost, so he has another 2k coin available and this big herd. This game is actually very, very even.
Sorry, what coin mine?
I mean on the left side.
Oh, right.
Kiljardi has secured that.
Yeah.
Another settler wagon going down there here.
Where?
by another raid of Garja.
Oh, I see, over here. So I was just fixing the score on the stream, and I was not looking. Okay. Oh, red cavalry gonna do a lot of damage. Come on, Kiljardi, you've got a tower in there. Put it in. He's not looking. Of course, there's a fight going on, or perhaps there's lots of units nearby. Maybe he's got tunnel vision focusing on that. Does go back to the villages, but not before he loses quite a few of those. Settler count 10 villagers. After, of course, that raid and the 2 settler wagon shipment the guy has just sent, he's now 10 villagers up, 11 villagers up. And they have even military, and I think Garja going from a losing position about 10 minutes or 5 minutes ago, something like that, now in a sort of in a leading position with a significant, literally like 25% more villagers. Well, something like that. My maths is pretty
yeah, roughly. Let's just put it at that. But indeed, the thing is that it's of course with the German mirror and these Ulan raids, which of course do very good versus villagers, these games can swing into each other's favor very, very rapidly. For example, on the right side here, there's another Ulan raid coming in. If you can do big damage with that and kill 1 or 2 settler wagons, it's going to be a swing in Kiljardi's favor again.
It's going to be... Oh, the raiding is real, this game. It just goes to show how good outposts are, I suppose. But, oh my goodness, lots of villagers going to go down. Going to even up that gap. And actually, the game just fluctuates so much. And that's true not just in raiding, but also in the fighting. Because micro is so important. You've got so many units here that you have to manage properly and actually get the most out of them. And you can lose a lot of... resources worth of units just in a fight.
We see another fight is going to commence here, or maybe actually I don't think Garja should be pushing it too much. There are 2 towers as well, but they're going to fight nonetheless.
Wow, look at all the Doppelsoldners on the cavalry doing so much damage and just so many things close to them. They can just absolutely tear through them. Now there's nothing there to protect the crossbowmen. Doppelsoldners, even though they are countered by crossbowmen, when they get up close to anything with the area damage, they absolutely wreck face. And here, I think that was very, very favourable for, of course, Garja. Even though the same thing is happening to his crossbowmen, it's just not on the same scale as Orange's ones.
A few more Ulans and Doppelsoldner will come in from Kiljardi from the back there, so he is able to kind of hold. However, he lost a lot of villages in the process as well.
True, but those Doppelsoldners are just going to go back and kill off those cav there, or are they more interested in killing villagers? Those things very low. Look at... Oh,
yeah, he got a few there.
Yeah, the area damage was real there. Losing the crossbowmen, I'm not too sure about that. Maybe you should have gone back to deal with that, because of course those Yulan absolutely wrecked his crossbows. But still, very, very favourable here. 30 points up, and wow, look at the villager count.
Yeah, this is now indeed like 44 villagers versus 29. That is actually something which is very hard to come back from.
Yeah. And I love how this game just turned into a colonial drawn-out war when it was supposed to be like just both players go up to fortress. We saw Garja, that's what he wanted to do. And then the early pressure came down from, of course, Kiljardi and just said, nope, we're playing colonial, and makes him do that. Was that perhaps a tactical choice? Is Kiljardi good in colonial? Has that traditionally been something he likes to do?
Yeah, it is actually something that does play into his hands, I feel, play like that. Also, of course, knowing that Garja is a very good player, and maybe he does want to force Garja into something more.
Look at the Doppelsoldner raid, gonna kill like 3, like the area damage is, oh my wow, that's actually, go ahead there, you were talking about.
No, yeah, kind of a late response there from Kiljardi, losing a settler wagon and a villager again.
Yeah.
Not sure where he's watching, but of course, oh wait, there's another raid on the bottom going on, of course.
Wow, this game is so volatile. And there's no outpost or anything nearby. In fact, no units at all. Even bringing these coin... Well, to be fair, the coin mine just ran away. Ran away, finished. It's not... Yeah. I'm just going to stop before I say any more wrong
But you see also that in all these fights with a lot of Doppelsoldner, the fact that Garja does have Doppelsoldner attack doesn't really benefit him all this time.
Yeah, 23 hand attack compared to his opponent's 20.
These Ulan, very quick response there by Kiljardi, pulling back right away when the Doppelsoldners arrive.
Just before the Doppelsoldners get
And what we see now, by the way, is that everything is now down. I think this is going to turn into an Expo Pike game, because this is the last mine for Garja.
Oh, and trash war coming up.
There's 500 left, and the other mine has 900 left, so...
Oh my goodness, this game.
Neither of these players can age, I think. And that means that they will have to go to...
What shipments do they even have left to send? Like...
Yeah, Eco Theory, I think. Oh, Kiljardi has 600 wood. That will really benefit him. Let's just see if Garja also has 600 wood.
What's he going to do with the 600 wood? Perhaps lay down a trading site. Oh, village. More raiding coming in, but the 2 Doppelsoldners going to get in there. Does unfortunately lose the 1.
Just a second. I'm back.
Ah, I see. You might want to mute your... that's a really nice ringtone, actually. But, yeah, 3 Doppelsoldners here going to clear that up. Veni, I think he said during the beginning of the game that he was actually going to have to go for 5 minutes here to help someone do something. Obviously, we're people as well with lives, so it's not Yeah, that does happen. But this is not going to be too happy about that. 4 cavalry certainly beat 2. But this game, I don't even know how we got to 28 minutes in. That's absolutely ridiculous. I just thought, like, oh, this is going to be another Fortress Age war, because Germany loves doing that. And I think that's what Garja wanted, as I said. But Kiljardi not letting him do that, and Veni confirming that actually this is something Kiljardi probably wanted to play a colonial game. Something he perhaps enjoys doing. But yeah, as Veni pointed out, last coin mine for Garja is gone. There's this one over here. Only 500 coin in it. That's not very significant. And then there's this mine down here. Only 300 coin in that as well. There is no coin left. We're going to see a... adding in another tower there. Is that really worth it? There's not that much, of course, coin left in it. But either way, adding it down another tower certainly does give him a bit of map presence. Still some hunt here. I guess it's for that too. Actually, that's like one of the last few hunts. It's like, so if we look at the resource distribution, it looks like that actually this game is probably more, well, to be fair, they're all going to fight in this corner now. This is where they're going to fight over these hunts in this corner, and this is where all of Garja's villages are coming. Yeah, this game is just going to be crossbow pipe from now on. There's no coin. And it's whoever has the most coin is going to have the advantage, because they're going to be able to make more Yulans and some of those more gold units that are perhaps more effective. But no more fighting. It has sort of ended, and it is now down to the economy. Garja sending economic theory. That is basically a 4 villager shipment. I love how we had 50. We had like 50 villages for one player at one point, but now one on 30 and the other on 40. Absolutely, this game is so. This is what happens when you get these high-level players coming together, though. But, yeah, sneaking up to the next age. I think Kiljardi has the age up on his mine. Look at how many resources he's stacked. He's got 800 coin, but it has just ran out. This mine is finished, and the other mine is just on the other side here. Like, there is 500. He can afford that age up, but it's getting vills over there to mine it. And I think maybe he's going to sell some food for that age up. He has that in mind. But even if he does get up, what's he going to do in the next age? I suppose he's got the veterancy upgrade for his crossbowman and his pikeman. And
sorry, just want to let you know I'm back.
Welcome back. So, what I think's going on is Kiljardi selling some resources to get enough coin, because there's only this one mine left with the 500 coin in it, which no one's got many villages nearby. He sold some food to get the age up. Kiljardi now going up to the next stage, but I'm not sure what he's going to do up there, aside from have access to more shipments. Obviously, he does have a shipment ready, and is obviously going to wait for that. Obviously, there's the veterancy upgrade for his crossbowman and pikeman, because that's what they're going to be training. There's no coin left on this map. Obviously, you need to be in the next stage for plantations as well. But Garja has all of this food down here. This really favors him. He's got all of the remaining food on the map. But take it away, Veni.
Yeah, but that also means that, of course, Kiljardi already used that food because the maps are very balanced. And I think that he's not going to age for I think he's going to age for the veteran doppelsoldier upgrade, but also for the shipments, of course. He has one shipment stacked already. And the fact that he can use, for example, 8 skirmishes is actually huge in this kind of situation.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's true. You get, like, not only... Oh, by the way, this tower, there's 2 towers here. I'll point out to the viewers. He built this when there was only 300 coin left in the mine, but clearly this is where he wants to lay down
and this is go time for Garja, by the way. He saw that Kiljardi ages up, so he's immediately going forward to push out.
Yeah,
actually,
that's true.
Kiljardi should not engage yet. He should be waiting for a shipment, which is already on the way.
And he'll spawn it to one of these towers, and they'll get right into combat. 8 skirmish is going to be very effective indeed against all these doppelsolders. Yeah,
I think he's just going to let the towers do some work for now. And, well, he's even going to make another tower in the back just to buy some more time.
Yeah, now look how fast that goes down. Doppelsolders with that 69 siege damage. With that, and of course, I suppose the upgrade benefits their siege attack as well. That's absolutely insane. Like,
there we have 8 skirmishes popping. And that's really, really good for Kiljardi.
Yeah. Like, Garja has no cav. How's he going to deal with that? Just crossbowmen? Going to use those to focus down the skirms? That's not very efficient. He want to use his crossbowman damage because it has a 1.3 damage multiplier against his opponent's doppelsolders. He won't be wanting to target the skirmishes. He's going to have to find some resources to make Yulan, but there are no coin mines left on this map. He's not going to be able to afford coin mines.
Yeah, he just has to resort to a big mass of crossmen and pikemen and try to overwhelm Kiljardi. The thing is, he has a little bit of time because Kiljardi just used his 8 skirmisher shipment. And he kind of has to mass an army and push before Kiljardi is going to use his second shipment.
And like Kiljardi, the fact this is a German mirror is also relevant because there is no cannon shipment either. I'm just thinking, what shipments can Kiljardi send? Obviously, he had cannons. That would be really, really good against someone in Colonial who has no access to gold. He does have 1,000 gold in his deck. That could be very useful. And of course, the skirmisher shipments, as we're pointing out, are really, really difficult to deal with if you have no cavalry. Yeah,
if he has more skirmishers, he can do a better job at kiting. At this point, he doesn't really want to engage because there's too many crossbowmen, and then you would still lose if a Garja pushes in and let just a few of them die.
Yeah. But I feel like you're right. He doesn't want to take that. He's got 80 military population. Has Garja here. He does have the compositional advantage in the sense that he's got techie units, access to skirmisher shipments and such, but still can't really train that many. Still has no coin. But here we do have an engagement here. The Doppelsonder's coming forward, but now going to get back, bringing all his villagers in. He clearly.
Yeah, I don't like this actually.
No.
And also he took a he's finally gonna take a trading post. I was wondering why it took so long for him to take a trading post again.
Yeah, that's
because he's now in the
coin.
3rd age. He can rely on the shipments, and Garja has actually nothing to send.
Laggy.
And the thing is also that Garja has, of course, he has no option to age, so he really has to commit to this crossbowman mass. And if you, of course, have enough crossbowmen, they even do fine versus a few of these Udans that Kiljardi gets from the shipments.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are enough Doppelsoldaten and pikemen left that sending 9 and 8 Ulan is not really useful. Sending 3 Warwagon is also not really useful. So what does Kiljardi have left? 7 skirmishers.
And 1,000 coin, yeah.
Yeah, up until the point that he gets enough crossbowmen or skirmishers himself, rather, to kill off enough of the Doppelsoldaten, and then a 9 Ulan surprise can really seal the deal.
9 Ulan surprise. That sounds like some really funky meal that you get in a restaurant, but perhaps a German restaurant, only because their 2 players are playing the Civilization German. That was not anyway. This is, I think Kiljardi had 2 options, right? It was either go up to Fortress, like he did, or push down here where all the remaining food was, which has now ran out, and they could have fought over that. And I think Kiljardi going up with the age up here, I don't know how useful it's going to be, because, well, certainly has this compositional advantage, but as you say, those shipments really not overly useful. Still can't really train skirmishes, because no coin. I mean, there's this 1 mine, which he has 1 villager gathering from. But, yeah, it's like, look at how many military units Garja has. 105. Literally 50 more.
Yeah, and that's also why I'm very surprised to see Kiljardi so far out on the map. You know your opponent is still in the 2nd age. That means he has a bigger army than you. Also, of course, the economy of Garja is all this time almost like twice the economy of Kiljardi. So that's really working for him, as you see how much of a mass he now gathers.
Yeah.
There's a huge mass of crossmen and pikemen.
Absolutely. That is ginormous. Like, we're 34 minutes into the game, and his composition is essentially crossbow pike.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a game between H2O and Samwise, also went similar. No H3, I believe, just 2nd age fights. But this is really, again, making another tower just to buy some time.
Yeah,
of course, this match will soon siege you down.
He wants to fight in this location, that's for sure. And bringing in the settlers again, like, trying to repel this, but because his mill is here, I don't know, like, it just doesn't feel good because he's getting even further behind in economy. And I think Garja knows all he has to do is just kite these villagers down.
Exactly. Garja knows he's ahead in villagers, or he has to know with all the raids that he did.
Yeah.
And this is just bad for Kiljardi if he's gonna fight like this.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that.
A little bit laggy there, but...
Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. I'm not too sure. I'm not dropping any frames, and I will do a speed
He is
test
going even more forward with all the villages. Now he's losing even more villages, but he's fighting an army that's much bigger and better than his.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the last battle that we see here.
I think we'll see the resign from him at any moment now, but he knows he has to win this fight, and even if he can't win it, he still has to win it to push then onwards to deal with his opponent's economy in the back there. But I don't think he can do it, and he knows that too. 121 score compared to the 189 there. Fortress Age, I don't know if that was the right decision overall, but certainly looked good when the skirmishers arrived. But then we realised the rest of the shipments aren't that useful.
Well, it was very hard for him because he was already behind on economy. So if he would still go for a 2nd age agenda versus Garja, and Garja would do the same, then he wouldn't win because he just had not enough economy. So he has to take a risk, and in this case, the risk of going Fortress was the best choice.
Yeah, this game though, oh my goodness. Yeah, 13 villagers to Kiljardi. He's not going to be happy about that. I'm surprised this trading route was not taken up by the players earlier, because you can get that. You know, I thought that would be something you'd definitely want to fight over at this point in the game, because if you have no coin, trade route is a source of coin.
Yeah, and you see that also Garja is nicely messing pikemen as well, just to make sure that the 9 Ulan shipment would be wasted. But 7 skirmishers came in as expected, and now he is able to kite for a little bit if he does. Actually, these Ulan should probably go raiding or something, but...
Yeah, they certainly could do some work, I mean...
The skirmishers have 20 range compared to the 16 of the crossbowmen, so if Kiljardi is doing a good job in kiting, he can for sure take off some more of the crossbowmen here.
Yeah. I don't know, though. I really don't think this is
Well, he's doing quite a good job here, not losing too much of his crossbowmen, but making sure the skirmishers do decent work, as you see there. It comes very precise, though, in these kind of situations.
Yeah, true, he is getting a good... The kiting is working, it certainly is. But
and now 3 Ulan come in for a little bit, but Garja decides it's enough. He's just going to smash in every pikeman and doppelsoldaten that he has.
Just going to smash them in there. Yeah, it's the lack of cav that makes this light infantry so hard to deal with. Just fighting with only food and wood at this point in the game. They're gonna go and siege down this mill here, deny him that, of course, 10 villages there, which is literally 2/3 of his economy.
I think that's a really good choice to go for the mill. And the interesting thing is that Kiljardi does have the range advantage and attack advantage. However, I think he is killing crossbowmen at a slower pace than Kiljardi's economy is able to replenish them. So it kind of doesn't matter much.
That's true. It just... all he has to do to win the game is...
As you see now here, Garja had the advantage in crossbowmen, so he was pushing down, he was pushing back the skirmishers and crossbowmen of Kiljardi, while all these siege units were taking out the tower and the mill.
Yeah, he has to find 400 wood to do that. But all Garja has to do to win this game is not lose well, like just keep doing what he's doing. That's it really. It's on Kiljardi to make something happen, and with only 14 villages, no access to cav. I think that's going to be pretty tough. I'm going to quickly do a speed test just to confirm that that is not me. I'm fairly certain it's not. I'm not dropping any frames, but I see what they're saying.
Well, it probably is one of them because we casted before without any lag, so I'm not sure. But we see that Kiljardi still has a decent amount of skirmishes left. However, Garja is just going back. You see that he's also 70 points in score, but of course at this point he's not really securely able to finish the game, so he better goes for, let's say, a definitive win and weigh it out a little bit.
Yeah.
He knows, of course, that because of the lack of gold, Kiljardi is not really able to mass a good amount of third age units.
At this point, do you think, like, well, at some point he's going to want to go up to Fortress? Obviously, does he sell? I mean, if he has to, like, if there's no coin on the map, if you want to go up to Fortress and have access to plantations, you're going to have to sell food and wood to get coin to age up.
Yeah, but Garja is not going Fortress. He will stay to the second age. And
I love how he's... Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like Kiljardi is kind of moving back towards his town center. Of course, he doesn't have to defend that left part anymore where he was gathering. And actually, I just thought of something interesting. If he is able to ship 1k coin and has enough time and send 10 Jaegers, there's no cavalry from Garja. That means that these 10 Jaegers can kite around the map forever versus this army. And they, of course, do insane damage. So that is actually the only thing that I think Kiljardi can come back in. Because 14 villages versus 59, that's just not the winning position. So Jaeger is actually, I think, the only point for him to,
that's true.
the only option to win.
I think he knows that as well. He's collecting nothing but coin. Look at how many his resources is just 6 food, 59 wood, 900 coin. Has started to...
He has 200 coin left, so he will be able to get that 1k coin together.
Yeah, and then send the Jaegers and do what you're saying. Those things are absolutely monstrous in terms of the amount of damage they do, and they have a 30% range resist as well, so they're kiting all day long and also going to sponge up a lot of damage. Going to outrange these crossbowmen, and no cav, no resistance going to come out from Garja. That's true, they can do a lot of damage, but at the same time, Garja has such a big economy that he's just going to field so many crossbowmen and pikemen that the crossbowmen are just going to be able to walk, try and get damage here and there, whilst the pikemen just run around sieging down houses and absolutely everything, and the Jaegers can't be everywhere all at once, even if he does get them out.
Yeah, can you tell me, by the way, the speed of a skirmisher, is that faster than a crossbowman? I think so, right?
I don't know, I'd have to change my UI to actually find out.
Never mind then. It seems to me that this crossbowman group is kind of slowing down the skirmishes of Garja, but we see the same kind of push, of Kiljardi. We see the same kind of push from Garja, shielding off the infantry from Kiljardi, while everything from him is going to seize towers, houses, and maybe even a town center.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying here. Just the crossbowmen are going to try and get as much damage as they can, try and get in range, whilst these pikemen just run around the map and clean everything up. Absolutely. Like even if he does get the Jaegers out, which he's waiting on, still got 91% of his shipment is ready, still waiting on that last 9% before it becomes available, and the Jaegers aren't here yet, and even they do get here, it's not going to stop all the pikemen running around.
Yeah, the good thing is, though, that he is so low on population that he doesn't really need the houses, because it's not going to be a game decisive play there from Garja.
That's true.
However,
I'm just going to drag my speed test results on screen. 10 ms ping with 20 upload and down, so it's not me lagging. Yeah,
so Garja is just going to push on. I think he must be realizing that something is on for Kiljardi. That's why he's waiting and buying so much time. I actually probably would just go for the town center rather than the houses, but maybe he's unsure about what Kiljardi has in the back there.
Yeah, he might be. That's true. But this is, now Garja 120 points up. 63 villages versus 15. Look at this army, tearing through all the houses, and then the stable, and then this town centre, and then these houses, then the barracks. And he does have his shipment available, he has spent it. Kiljardi has spent that 1,000 coins, so these Jaegers are going to appear any moment now, and those are going to be pretty useful, but how much are they going to be able to do for him is the question.
Yeah, and it's good. The good thing for him is that he does still have this tower on the right side. So if he's gonna lose his town center, he can still ship it on the other side. The thing is though that Garja has a decent economy established. He has all the mills up already, so he's gathering food constantly. There's still enough trees on the map that he can just gather that as well. And that means that he can just keep massing crossbowmen, pikemen for a very long time. So I actually think that, yeah, Jaegers is his only choice, but there's just too much of an army from Garja to... he can't... There we have the Jaegers, by the way.
Yeah, there they are.
He's making a stable, wow.
Yeah.
Kiljardi.
Does he have the... Maybe he's sending a... No, he can't be sending 1,000 coin because he doesn't have a shipment.
Yeah.
Don't know what he wants that for. What can you make? Costs just wooden food. Nothing. It's an interesting choice. Maybe gonna sell.
Yeah,
units?
I guess he's gonna sell.
I mean, what else is he gonna do? Like, he has just built a stable. That's true. But yeah, the Jaegers have arrived. But look at this, just tearing through all the buildings that are remaining here.
Yeah, and I mentioned earlier that the population wasn't really an issue. Well, that thing changed because right now it's 55 out of 30 population. So. Oh wow, he's just gonna lose a little bit carelessly, or he's going for a flank. He's trying to lure the Jaegers to the pikemen, so that his crossbowmen can come in for a flank, as we're seeing now. Two groups of crossbowmen, as you see them moving forward. One is shooting, the other moving forward, then the other one is shooting, and that's how he's trying to hope to catch this army.
Yeah.
But Kiljardi is doing quite a good job with kiting as well.
He is.
And these Jaegers will live for a very long time.
They will. Look at them. They have indeed. Let's click on one if I can find one. 250
Meanwhile, by the
hit
way,
points. 40% range resist. I was wrong. It's 40. Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, we see that actually I would have taken out the trading post from Kiljardi because he's still gathering a lot of XP from that.
Yeah.
I think that's where Garja is going now. Actually, take out the trading post.
Gaia is now aging up though, and has got that exiled prince in queue, I think, or is it?
Ah, so he did sell it. Yes. Okay. Well, then he for sure secures the win.
Exiled prince, absolutely. Going to grab himself the veterancy upgrades, and of course, in the next stage, does he have a shipment ready? Let's find out. Yes, 3 shipments available right now. And what's he got? 9 Yulan, 8 Yulan. They are going to be so useful, so easily going to clear up these skirmisher units. Yeah, that's what he's going to wait for now. No doubt they will see those shipments come out very soon. They'll be the first ones he sends.
Well, that's the interesting thing. Kiljardi kind of doesn't have any resources to make anti-cavalry. And of course, Garja has no shipments left in the second and in the first 8, so he has 3 shipments available, so it's probably going to be 9 and 8 Ulan to deal with this Jaeger army.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. They're going to arrive any second now. The veterancy upgrades now in queue. Veteran Ulans, veteran crossbowmen, getting artificial fertilizer on the mills, that Fortress Age upgrade. Anything else going down? No. But definitely, as soon as he got up to Fortress Age, just upgrading all of the tech. For, of course, his stuff. But I love how he's only just gotten to the Fortress Age, and we're 44 minutes into the game. It's like, what kind of a game is this? You never see this happen. This is one hell of a game of AoE.
Crazy game. And now Garja, by the way, finally taking both the trading post as well. But I think, he actually upgrades his crossbowmen.
Yeah,
nice
there it is.
He has enough of them. And there we have 9 Ulan on the way.
Yeah. 3 alarm coming out though, certainly going to be useful from Kiljardi. That's all of the coin he could muster though. And look at the pikemen, they're coming in now, going to take those out. Yeah, but did you mention the 9 Yolan? Yeah, there they are.
Yep.
Going to come in. And I think Kiljardi knows that he's losing, obviously, but is able to hang on because he knew these skirmishers, these Jaegers would be so tough to deal with. And he could keep kiting these down because he has done a really good job of actually, let's take a look at the kill-death ratio after this. It's going to be very heavily in Kiljardi's favor, I would imagine. But he sees the Yolan and he's like, no, I can't deal with that.
Yep.
That ends the game. What a match for this first one on Kamchatka, a 45-minute game.
Good game to start this series off for sure.
Wow, that was absolutely intense. And I love how we only have, I think, 2 or 3 hours to cast all of these before the next set. But
I think actually that the main thing is that of course the bigger raids from Garja compared to the raids from Kiljardi. Garja did more damage, so he was able to get an economic advantage from the middle part of the game and so on. And that's why he was able to mass such a huge army and even age up in the back of this. Otherwise, if the village count would be a little bit closer, then the choice of aging up for Kiljardi would probably be pay off a little bit more. But he kind of had to do that because, like I said, with a lesser economy, you're not going to be able to compete in a crossbowman and pikeman mess. So
that's true. But that game was very interesting. Kiljardi, if you take a look at the village account, was very far ahead in the early portion of the game. And then it switches to Gaia due to all of the raiding. And then, of course, the military unit population is, of course, very up and down as well. The micro being a very important factor in this game. And then If you take a look at all resources gathered, just from the moment one of the players hits the fortress age, boom, it's just like shoots off in that direction.
Yeah, there's also ways to fight with villages to get kind of a last defense going. And what is also interesting, we mentioned before, of course, usually you want to make villages constantly. However, there's sometimes a point in the game where you really want to sneak out a few more army units to get control over the map, rather than having extra villagers. But when this game turns in, let's see it from the perspective from Garja, because that's easiest to explain here. When the game turns into a longer colonial fight, and when you're down to getting food and wood, thus mills and trees, then it's actually worthwhile to make villages again, as Garja also wisely did, because you can just boost your wood and food gathering by a lot. You don't have to move around that much anymore on the map, so you can just make everything at home and just increase your economy that way. And that, as you see, Garja 60 villages in the end versus Kiljardi just 13.
Yeah, if you take a look at the coin graph as well, it's just like, you can tell when the coin mines ran out.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
So apparently, I never looked at it that way, but apparently there's coin for around 25, 27 minutes in the game, and then it's over.
In a German, like, obviously Germany uses coin to a larger extent than any other civ, because Yolan, of course, very gold heavy unit, and Doppelson is the exact same. So Germany just gobble the gold up very fast. And that is absolutely true. But let's get into game number 2. And stay tuned, everyone. Game number 2 in this series coming up right about now.